describe how to basically set default logic, or take the information from the computer and basically set that as the default for some of the window settings, such as the date, which we'll do for you. And then we're going to show you how to generate models, which will be important for sending the email. So for default logic, we are going to go to the Window tab and Field under Application Dictionary, and then we're going to go find the Minutes of Meeting tab, and under the Minutes of Meeting window, we're going to go to the Minutes of Meeting tab, the Mom tab, right here. And we're going to zoom out. Now, I've already entered it, but all you're going to do is you're going to come down to Field, since we're on the Mom tab, and we're going to go to the Start Date and look at its properties, and we're going to go down to Default Logic. Now, the default logic usually uses two @ symbols with the field in between it. So for this one, we use @date @, and basically what that's going to do is when it pops up on your global user interface, you're going to automatically have this date down here implemented or in the system as your start date. So that's already in there, so we're not going to save it. And basically what we're going to do then is we're going to go to the Minutes of Meeting tab, and we're going to start a new one, and you can see that the start date is already in there as 5/4/2016. May the 4th be with you, right there. So now we will talk about how to generate models in Eclipse. So for generating a model, you're going to want to go into Eclipse, and what you're going to want to do is go under Run and Run Configurations. Now you'll see this window, and you can see that there's a new configuration set up, but we're going to work on Generate Model. And your project, we've already established in one of the earlier videos, is Adempiere 360, and your main class is going to be org.adempiere.util.generateModel. That's super important, so make sure these are all correct. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. What you want to do is you want to find the path in your computer. It could vary computer to computer. I know in the Adempiere Cookbook it asks for tags, but our tags folder does not have this path behind it, so we followed our path to get to our model setting under Compiere, which is under org, and so on and so forth. And after that, basically you just add a space and add this text behind it. And this is also important because these are the models you're generating. You're generating the Minutes of Meeting models that we have previously made. And the one thing to pay attention to is that instead of 1 /, you're going to add 2 / where they need to be. And then down here, you want your locations here to be just where those folders are as well. So for your properties file, that is under tags for us and under this folder Adempiere 360 LTS, and you're going to want your file to be adempiere.properties, which is also super important that you have on there. And your Adempiere home is just whatever platform you are running Adempiere out of, and so we have that as Adempiere SVN2 /Adempiere 360 LTS, because that is the same location where you can find all of the folders needed to run Adempiere on the computer. So what you want to do is press Run after that, and just press Proceed. We're building something in there right now that's relevant to this video, and basically it's going to run through several phases, and it's going to pull up this, and basically you're going to accept the general policies and let it run through, and basically you're going to enter your database type, PostgreSQL. And it's going to take a little while for it to actually accept that. And then under your host, ours is localhost. Just make sure all of this information is accurate. Your database name is Adempiere 360. And from there, you're going to accept, or you could test the database to make sure that's all valid, which is probably a smart move. It may take some time, again, but your database should check out and you should receive a green check mark that looks like that one. So there we go, we got it, and we're gonna press OK. And what's gonna happen, it's gonna generate a bunch of code down here. And at the end, which may take a while, it will say how many models you generated. Ours just generated 4. And it should be the 4 tables that we have established in our ERP system, in our database structure. And what that is going to be under is X underscore C underscore those tables that we've set up under CMOM. But first, what you want to do is you want to go to the top of this folder and you want to refresh it. So we're going to press File, Refresh, and you're going to wait for it to refresh. And it has refreshed because we already have these in our folder. And so we are going to go down to see if these models have generated, which are super important in sending the email, which you'll see later when we start modifying hooks. So it should be X underscore, and there you go, there you have it. We just generated these models through our Java platform, the discussion line, participants line, the CMOM, and the MOM status. And that is how you generate a model, and that is how you use default logic within this system. That concludes this video, and I hope you find it helpful. May the 4th be with you.